Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the books Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate, as well as Theta-Waves Meditation. And I'll put links to my books below. This video is about the core need of the four main MBTI personality types when it comes to relationships in general, but more specifically romantic ones. If we look at the 16 MBTI personality types, they can be grouped into four main ones. The first one is sensor judgers, the second sensor perceivers, the third intuitive thinkers, and the last one intuitive feelers. Sensor judgers have a beta brain dominance and are judgers. So these are people who are reliable, reachable, hardworking, and they are looking for a helpmate. So if a person cannot meet that need, you cannot build a long-term fulfilling relationship with a sensor judger. And the other aspect also is that they have a serotonin neurotransmitter dominance. So these are people who like more tradition, they like maybe even hierarchy, so in terms of respect, and also in terms of having a close circle of friends and family. So the opinions of others tend to be important to them. Now, the other group are sensor perceivers, who are actually the opposite of sensor judgers. So sensor perceivers also have a beta brain dominance, but it's slower. So it's between 12 and 14 cycles per second compared to sensor judgers, which is around 15 and 16 cycles per second. And these are people who are looking for a playmate. They want someone who is entertaining, fun, because they are easily bored. And that's why sensor perceivers are more likely to get a divorce or even have an affair, because life is usually pretty repetitive. You have to do a lot of household chores and things keep on sort of like, there's a routine to life, and sensor perceivers don't usually like that. So you'll see that sensor perceivers and sensor judgers usually don't get along well because of that aspect. So sensor perceivers have a dopamine neurotransmitter dominance. That's why, again, they like things that are new, exciting, and they need someone who is interesting. So in other words, the worst thing that you can do if you're with a sensor perceiver is be boring. Now, when it comes to the intuitive thinkers, these are people who have even slower brainwave dominance. So it is between alpha and slow alpha. And what happens is that all the intuitive thinkers have a left brain dominance. And these are people who are about the abstraction of the concrete. So they're usually very good in math and science, true mathematical and science geniuses. We're really looking at intuitive thinkers. So for example, Einstein or Newton. Now, intuitive thinkers need someone who's very intellectually stimulating. So if you don't have a high IQ, they will probably become pretty bored with you. And it's only that you might not even understand their theories and their ideas. So at some point there was going to be a disconnect. So they really don't fare well with someone who is right brain dominant. The last group are intuitive feelers. And these are people who are all right brain dominant and have an alpha, slow alpha, or even theta brain dominance. And these are people who are very much interested in finding a soulmate. So the intuitive thinkers, it is about someone who is a mind mate, whereas intuitive feelers, it really has to do with someone who's really is one with them. So when you talk about the true concept of soulmate, it's really the intuitive feelers who really embrace that. So they want someone who's truly loving. So if someone is unkind or cruel, that's even worse, they will be turned off. And they really want someone they can build a life long term. So these aren't people who will enjoy casual relationships. So they want something solid. And especially when it comes to the INFJ, the INFJ of all the personality types are actually the most competent when it comes to relationships. The reason being is that they have a balance of left brain and right brain. The INFJ should be a group unto itself, because according to my favorite spiritual teacher, David R. Hawkins, from a scale of 0 to 1,000, the INFJ occupies the levels from 600 all the way to 1,000, and you don't see that with the other groups. And so in other words, if someone is a 600 level INFJ, they will behave differently from someone who's an 800 or obviously 1,000. So all this to say is that when it comes to that group, the INFJ, the worst thing that you can do in a relationship is lie. So because this group is really committed to absolute truth, and yes, they want someone who's kind and loving, but truth must prevail. It's not by accident that most romantic relationships don't work, because we don't understand the core need of each personality type. So if we actually do sort of an overview of those 4 main types, is that sensor judgers, their theme of their lives is duty and tradition. So they want someone who's reliable, reachable. They're looking for a helpmate. The sensor perceivers are looking for a playmate, someone who's fun, creative, someone who will keep them interested. And the theme of their lives is freedom and movement. Intuitive thinkers are looking for a mind mate. So the theme of their lives is knowledge and power. So you need to meet that need. And when it comes to intuitive feelers, it is about spirituality and meaning. So they're looking for someone who's loving, and the INFJ is really looking for someone who is aligned with absolute truth. So if you understand that, then you can better actually determine who you are. And again, I say that like attract like. So you're looking for someone whose theme of their lives is similar to yours, so you don't end up having issues and trying to meet a need that is not aligned with who you are. So let me know what you think about the content of this video by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Also remember to click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.